Capitalism refers to an economic environment that gives liberty to private entities and individuals to run and own businesses fully. This kind of environment is largely affected by the postmodern theory explained by John Baudrillard. The postmodern theory, as explained by Baudrillard, further involves two concepts, that is, simulacra and simulation. Um, Simulacra and simulation, as explained by Baudrillard, is in line with the subject of science, symbols, and how this associate with the contemporary society. The modern society is in situation where it has replaced most of the conception of capitalism can account for the growth of the concept of industrialization. Industrialization has since provided the illusion that the future will be better, for example, through faster crop production or processing. But the reality lies with the pollution that with times is born uh, to make the benefits of industrialization look negligible. In the second section of Don DeLillo's White Noise, this reality unfolds when the rail cars, chemical spills, and the airborne toxic event emits black poisonous shade over Jack's home. In the section 3 and 4 of White Noise, Don DeLillo introduced a drug dealer, which eventually dominates the rest of the novel. As a drug produced and sold by a private agency, the company takes advantage of fear of people that people have of death to sell a delusion dialer, the drug that treats the fear of death. Jack makes the discovery that his wife, Babette, has been having an affair with another man uh, she calls Mr. Gray. She does this so as to get access to a drug that, from the text analysis, is fictional and is referred to as dialer. This drug, according to Babette, is supposed to treat the fear of death. Yet another instance of simulacra and simulation, as seen in this section of the book, explains how the fear of death is so instilled in the mindset of most people that they would do anything to try and escape it. In the case of Babette, she resorts to cheating even when the dialer is not working. She tries to escape the reality, forgetting that this does not make the fear of death uh, to come upon her life. Willox explains this with regards to the real world, stating that it is the fear of death that has resulted in most people becoming obsessed with the chemical treatment options. This claim explains why the pharmaceutical industry is among the most thriving industries globally. The level of simulacra and simulation perpetuated in capitalist societies is also underpinned by Mike's addiction to dialer. Uh, Jack's obsession with death manifests into something interesting during his conversation with Marie concerning human mortality. Marie suggests that killing somebody could be the only solution to one fearing death to the levels of Jack and himself. Later on, Jack decides that since death is what Mr. Graham might fear so much, The belief by most people that technology is efficient and is bound to be the savior for most earthly issues in the present and in the future. This is a misconception, as per the ultimate effect that Mink and Babette had to face for their belief in the technology dialer designed to fight death. Mink refers to dialer with so much belief in its capabilities as a high advanced psychopharmaceutical drug. He is, however, also a victim of another character in the book, and this is based on the position of the character, the manager of um, the Dialer project. According to Tamani, it is this manager who helped Ming to debunk Dialer in the manner that he did. It is common that in the social and economic hierarchy, the ones at the bottom have the misconception that the ones at the top are much more intelligent. However, according to Samani, despite being respectful to the social hierarchy, it does not get rid of the reality that dialogue was still an ineffective and unrealistic drug. Joe, in publication that decodes the meaning behind Don DeLillo's white noise, states that among his deductions from the novel is the effect of media and how the field is fast growing to influence consumers' choice. More specifically, Zhao explains that the post-industrial American society has been besieged by supermarkets, mass media, shopping malls, and various kinds of media in the form of images. Zhao explains that these platforms have so far created a ground for propaganda to be used to shape the way people perceive the world beyond them, as well as the way in which they view various products. In white noise, advertisement spots frequently seen on television. This is evident from the expert Babette uses a storytelling voice to several blind people reading tabloids and ads. She also finds out dialer from the newspaper from white noise. It is clear that throughout the novel, all the characters are afraid to death. They try to avoid this reality by indulging in consumption and use of chemicals, which is believed to cure fear of death. However, none of these characters succeed, and in the end, they just realize that the drug actually has very bad side effects.